In the quiet village of Unwuaka, poverty did not visit occasionally, it lived there permanently. It sat on broken rooftops, slept on cracked floors, and followed families like a stubborn shadow. Uloma had grown up knowing hunger as a regular guest and disappointment as a close friend. At 23, she was breathtakingly beautiful, the kind of beauty that made strangers turn twice and women whisper in admiration. But beauty had never been a blessing in her life. It had become a commodity. Her brother, Chibuzo, discovered early that men were willing to spend generously when marriage was involved. Their father had died years ago. Instead of building something stable, Chibuzo built a scheme. The first suitor came with gifts and hope. The wedding was discussed. Dates were mentioned. Then suddenly, new family demands appeared. Pride clashed. The man left angry. The gifts remained. It did not stop there. Suitor after suitor arrived with promises. Each one left confused and financially drained. Sometimes Uloma was blamed for secretly loving someone else. Sometimes culture was used as an excuse. Sometimes the demands simply became impossible to meet. And each time, Chibuzo collected what he could before the relationship collapsed. Uloma became the silent face of a carefully arranged love scam. At night she cried quietly, asking herself how she became a transaction instead of a daughter. She wanted to refuse, but guilt was stronger than rebellion. "Do you want Mama to die?" her brother would ask whenever she resisted. And she would fall silent. Then Richard came into the village. He was different from the others. Calm. Observant. Respectful. He did not boast about money or throw cash around to impress people. He came for business, to inspect farmland for investment, but fate positioned him at the village stream where Uloma laughed freely with other women. That laughter caught his attention. He greeted her simply. No grand promises. No immediate talk of marriage. Just conversation. Days later, he returned. And again. Not to her house with gifts, but to speak with her as a human being. "What do you want for yourself?" he asked one evening. No one had asked her that in years. "I wanted to be a teacher," she admitted softly. "But dreams are expensive." "Dreams are only expensive when you stop chasing them," he replied. For the first time in a long while, hope stirred in her chest. If you're enjoying this story so far, don't forget to like, share, and comment. When Chibuzo noticed Richard's interest, he prepared another plan. A wealthy city investor would bring serious money. He arranged a formal introduction quickly. As expected, subtle financial requests followed. Cultural obligations. Appreciation tokens. Support for hospital bills. Richard gave once. Then he stopped. He began asking quiet questions around the village. He discovered patterns. Previous suitors. Broken engagements. Unreturned gifts. One night, Uloma met him secretly and whispered urgently, "Please leave. My brother will ruin you." Richard looked at her calmly. "I already know what is happening." Her heart nearly stopped. "Then why are you still here?" "Because you are not the villain in this story. You are trapped in it." Tears filled her eyes. No one had ever defended her like that. Days later, Richard called for a family meeting. Chibuzo expected bride price negotiation. Instead, Richard placed evidence on the table, proof of repeated deception. The compound fell silent. "You planned to scam me," Richard said evenly. "But I prepared myself." Chibuzo tried to justify it with poverty and desperation. Richard responded firmly, "Hardship does not give us permission to destroy others." Then he did something unexpected. He refused to involve the police. Instead, before elders and villagers, he made one condition: Uloma must be free to decide her future without manipulation. The air felt heavy. Her brother stared at her with warning in his eyes. But something inside Iloma rose stronger than fear. "I choose my own life," she said. The words changed everything. Weeks later, she left for the city. She enrolled in a teaching program sponsored by Richard, but without any romantic obligation attached. For the first time, she walked into a classroom not as bait for marriage, but as a woman building her own destiny. He visited, encouraged her, and allowed their relationship to grow naturally. It was not built on transactions. It was built on respect. Eventually, Iloma chose him not because she owed him, not because she was rescued, but because she loved him. Their wedding was simple and honest. No hidden negotiations. No fake cultural drama. Just truth. And as she smiled that day, she realized something powerful. The greatest scam had not been the money taken from men. It had been the lie that she had no value beyond her beauty. Now she knew her worth. If this story inspired you, like, share, and comment below. Follow for more emotional and inspiring stories. And if you want more powerful African love and life lessons like this, let me know in the comments.